Hey, Conan fans, this is Matt. This is the day after I was going to say big update, but it really wasn't a big update. Got to clarify a few things before I get going here. I kind of misspoke. The personal items that the new loot that's available after you kill somebody isn't quite as grandiose as I thought. It is better. The you're going to get weapon upgrades or weapon repair stuff. You're going to get improved weapons, unique weapons, or not necessarily unique, but not standard crappy stone weapons or iron weapons all the time. Yes, I did kill some of those cultists, and they gave me four items. But most of the people we killed yesterday only gave us one, maybe two things. But the stuff they gave us was definitely not as it was definitely better than it used to be. The chests do indeed give a lot more stuff. I watched a video of that today, and that was apparently that was a long time coming. They'd been promised better loot chests for quite a while. There's something else that was changed that I didn't know about because I didn't read it in the notes that I saw. They removed all of the what are they called? Legendary chests. You know, when we kill some giant scorpion or giant spider that's three skulls. You know, like the boss monster levels that we just find out in the world. You know, just out here in the desert someplace, we'll come across a three-tier, and they're not random spawns. They spawn in specific locations, and that's their little domain. Before, if you killed one of them, you didn't get any loot. If you mined them or harvested them, or used your tool to skin them or whatever, one of the things you would get from them was a little key, a skeleton key, and nearby there would be a legendary chest that can only be opened if you have a skeleton key, right? Remember, we fought a scorpion in one video. They gave us a key that nearby. There's been spiders that have had those, other type things. They removed those. Remember the big water area in the northern part of the savannah? There's a little ridge with water behind it, and there's a white tiger on the one end, and other tigers are wandering around the basin of the thing. There's always been a legendary chest at the feet of one of those ginormous towering statues, those big like alien looking statues. That chest is gone now. It's no longer there. So my first question was, well, what do we get for killing those three, those boss level monsters out in the wild? Um, because if they're not going to give us anything in response, then screw it. I'm just going to avoid fighting them. So I went out and I found what did I find? Oh, it was one of those giant three skull boss crocodiles. I killed the crocodile, and instead of giving me no, usually their body is nothing. You just have to mine them for, skin them to get stuff. Now they actually carry with them stuff. I managed to get a stack of 10 obsidian, compressed obsidian, which is their version of be like the equivalent of obsidian ingots. Fan dang tastic. Actually, he gave me four different things, and that was just one of them. There was another stack of some other metal that gave me a weapon, and I don't remember what the other thing was. Something. Um, so fair trade. So instead of having the little loot chest nearby, you'll kill the monster, and they'll actually have some good stuff on them. So it's not necessarily a leap forward in value. It does make it harder. You can't just go into cheat mode, fly around the map with a bunch of skeleton keys in your pocket and open up chests. Or if you happen to have one from a previous fight, they're not going to be as useful. Now, they still have legendary chests, but the only time you're going to see them is in the bottom of a dungeon. They kept all the ones that are in dungeons as rewards for like the end. You remember when we went down the big cave system, the big ancient temple thing? We killed that big worm thing in the water, or the acid, and once it drained out, there was a chest there. Those are still there. The monster will still give you the ability to unlock those chests, and those chests are still there. Those are all there. They just got rid of the ones out here in the world, or the ones in the shallow cave systems that were protected by a boss monster. But they gave you what they did is in exchange they gave you a better a fair exchange. You're now getting something for killing the monster instead of just getting a stupid key. Next up, something else I didn't know about until I watched this little video. It was just released today, recorded yesterday, I think, because again, it was after the update. There's a more baby monsters available, or baby creatures. They have the cobra, and I have one from a scorpion egg sac. I found this in a chest, I believe, in a Darfari or a black hand camp. I don't remember. I also found a sand reaper egg. Um, there giant snakes and cobras as well are going to be available as pets. I'm not sure if they're probably going to come in egg form like these, which is a little annoying because you have to hold them for so damn long. I mean, you have to be playing the game for 24 hours to get them to the hatch stage. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm down to 3 hours now on my short run, and just under 6 hours for the next ones. So we're getting closer. I'm gonna have two of them ready to put in the thing in 3 hours. And no, I'm not planning on recording for 3 hours tonight, but we'll see. Maybe I'll do a couple of videos or something. It is Friday. I got nothing better to do. Um, let me think. What else? What else? What else? So I read up about that. As far as my continuing playthrough, I managed to, quote unquote, recruit. Brought back a thrall who was the Captain Udina's bodyguard, from the Black Hand pirate camp. I think that's over on the far um, eastern edge, the big pirate camp that's out there by the ocean. Um, I thought she was suitable, interesting enough. She was called a bodyguard, so instead of Captain Undina's bodyguard, or no, it's the captain's bodyguard Undina. Undina, I assume, is her name. She's now my bodyguard. So I've taken her out and I equipped her. She's nicely equipped with armor, and she's up to level 5 now. So she's in the process of improving her station. Oh, jeez. I got to get her out into fighting, into combat, so she can get some stuff. Decent armor. I had a helmet on her. I don't like her helmet. I love her hair. She's got that kind of long hair mohawk thing. I mean, she looks like a badass. Um, I'm still trying to figure out my weapon armor situation. I've upgraded the weapons as well as the armor of as many people as I could find. There's still some that I do not like the armor I have available, so I'm still trying to find some uniform versions. The guys that are right here inside, I did get them equipped. Mostly, this one's in their culture armor. That's Stygian armor. The other ones are kind of mix and match of some stuff that I had in supply that I kind of like, but I'm not set in stone on any of those yet. I'm working on it. I want to get a uniform look. I've been going out getting more loot, more little items. I put in a bed here and told the girl that was sitting there to lay on it, and that worked out. Put a bunch more rugs down. Put a lot more jars and jugs and and drinking horns and mugs and stuff all over the place. Hope you're not getting too dizzy. Added a lot more things to that table. It's kind of like the chief merchant of the group. I put all my saddles on. All my horses now have the 5 saddles I built. They're each slightly different. These are the 2 war variety, kind of simplistic war ones. Kind of nice. The ones that are down below are a lot more elaborate. Um, Again, filled out a few more items onto these tables and these shop areas. This is turning into like an instrument store. I put a gong back there. I got a second drum. There's I can make a big Dafari drum that's kind of at an angle. I'm gonna have to get one of those and put it in here too. I fixed the fence over there. Got another big shelf over there. Again, carpets. Kind of nice little shops. Did better lighting. There's a bunch of these new. So one of the things with the upgrade, a lot of stuff relating to, I mentioned the purge, and there's these attacking armies of Stygians now, and they're gonna set up camp near your camp before they actually attack, and then eventually they will try to basically work their way towards your treasury, and if they manage to do it, they're gonna haul stuff out of there. But if you can defend it, and you can actually go raid their camp and get some stuff. But I still have zero experience when it comes to that stuff. But the next update, the next story, the next chapter in this whole thing is going to have to do with the Stygian invasion of this realm. And so they have all these Stygian palisade things that I'm trying to find uses for as barriers. So that's what those are. I put in another Nordic, you know, totem and some targets and stuff down here to shoot at. I This is pretty cool. Um, so I fenced in either with the Nordic fence, the wall fences, or the normal fence. What happened on my walls? Oh, that's in here. The wrong spot. I moved out all the bugs down below, and I found a place to place a couple of those giant tents. It turned out kind of nice. This is almost like a planning area for like a general or something out here on the fringes. It overlooks. I put these walls everywhere. Then I found some spots where they didn't work as well with these. When I put the tents in, they'd kind of put the poles where they did, and it's like, I don't like that. Oh, I like that. A little private area, probably the general's little tart. Lots of space over here, so I got plenty of room to grow inside these two tents that kind of overlap, but it created a nice space. I really like this space over here. Okay, I have open fences over here, so you can put defensive archers to, whatever decides to come up that road. Likewise up here, so I kind of kept these open, but enclosed the rest of it. So I kind of like that. Um, so that's what I did in this space. I had to move my little rock guy out here, and that's fine. He still looks okay. He's just lounging. Um, let's see, what else did I do here? The boars. Yep, the wolves. Nothing new here. Pretty much the same old, same old. Oh, here's the other saddle varieties. These are much more elaborate than the ones above. This one's probably the next one up, and then these other ones look really fancy. And this one is pretty crazy on the end. Look at all the bones and but those are all, craftable over here. Ooh, it looks like I have a few new ones. They might be yeah, see they have a camel saddle. There's a camel that they're bringing into the game. The last I heard, at least according to this video, the camels are in the. If you go into the admin panel, they're available for placement, but they don't actually do anything yet. Like they're not working. Now maybe that's changed since the other day, but looks like they got a couple of camels that'll be available for horseback or as for mounts. Looks like I got 3 different saddles, which are identical to the similar warhorse ones. My guess is these are just place fillers, the graphic, because obviously that's not going to be the saddle that's going to be on the back of a camel. They're going to look different than this, but they're probably just space fillers for now. They have a bunch of new treasure items, and those also don't have graphics yet. You saw one of those in my inventory yesterday in my video. They just had a little, like a clip thing, like there's no thumbnail available kind of graphic. I don't even know what the thing is. In terms of gaining new treasure and stuff, they also included a bunch more like scrolls that have emotes and stuff on them. I just learned a bunch of new emotes from these, both yesterday and today. Where are? Let me see if I can. Nope, 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 nope. I'm pushing the wrong buttons here. There we go. Wow, there's a lot more of these. Okay, what did I learn? Those I already knew. Surrender I already knew. Conversation. This is one I just got today called Grovel. I'm gonna have to assign this to somebody. Oh yeah, so they go down on. Oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool. What else? Point, play, clap. I think I had those. They weren't available for my followers. So it's possible Grovel isn't either, but that'd be kind of cool. I bet it is. I bet Grovel's available. Because you'll want your NPCs to be groveling, I think. Nope, that's just sit. Nothing with that. Relax. The same 4 sleep positions. Taunts. We have shake fist, spit, chicken. That was another one. That's one I found yesterday. So you can do that. Um, Slit throat. Unfortunately, most of these were not available when I tried to assign them to the, the thralls that are walking around. Of course, there's the different dances. I've already unlocked all those. Expressions. Oh, there's more of these. Polite laugh, laugh heartily. Submissive one I've been able to do. Sigh, yawn, and the cross arms. Submissive and cross arms are available for the thralls. Again, I'm gonna have to try these on my thralls. I like having my thralls being a little more than just. I don't want them to just stand there doing nothing. You know. The flirt ones. Okay, well there's the seduce. That's been available for my thralls. Come here, comb hair, squirm. I wish all these were available for my thralls. I'm gonna have to do some experimenting though. It's a lot more interesting than the ones I've been using, but I don't know. I don't think they're as useful for myself because who's going to use these for themselves? You know. I think the real advantage of all these are so you can have your thralls doing this stuff. And the other ones I've seen before, the comb hair, kind of simple worship. Ooh, there's a lot more worships. I had these three before, and these have been slowly been adding these. So these are some religious specific ones. We don't have one so far. We have our religion has not been given the same status as some of these other ones. So they have their own little, you know, specific versions. And there's celebrations. I've seen NPCs and camps use that. All right, well let's see what we can make a thrall do. I'm guessing it's still not going to be very many. There are more categories, but it's still just surrender, sit, the four sleep positions, all the different dances. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. It might just be something they're working on. Maybe eventually we'll get the ability to do it. It seems really. I don't find the emotes to be that useful because I never use them. For me, for my character. But they really only have a handful available for your thralls. No, I don't want you to seduce. So, yeah, that's disappointing. I love the fact that there's so many of them. I can't wait for them to allow them to be placed on thralls. There is the chance that the reason why they're not available is to limit memory usage because it's possible. Let's say you had 100 different emotes and you put, or 50 different ones because you think there's a cap on your thralls. But let's say you had 50 different thralls, each doing 50 different emotes. It would probably kind of bog down when you run through these towns. But I don't know. I am finding certain. I haven't had too many issues in my camp, but I have gone to some other camps or towns and all of a sudden kind of slow down a little bit. Oh, I still got a horse to place. I don't have any other training to do down there. We're geared up. I might as well go out and do something. Let's go find something to do. Still don't feel like riding. I'm still. My experience with mounts has not always gone well in games. I think it's because I never really cared for the way they use them in Skyrim. Some people love them, but I just hate the fact the horses are always wandering off. Or they die. I don't know how they work in this game. I'll figure it out, but I'm not going to experiment on stream with them, so I'll just try it out. And if it seems like it's cool, then I will go ahead and bring you guys in. What do you think? Is there anything else that I found that was interesting? wise, or... So yesterday I did some raids to different camps. Today I basically scouted. I'm still trying to find if there's anything different in the world. I still haven't seen any evidence of the Stygians anywhere. I hear you hissing. Where the heck are you? They showed some clips in this. I keep referencing this video that I saw yesterday. I should put a link in it down below. I'll probably do that when I post this video. I'll include the link if I can still find it. I don't know. I put it on my Facebook page, so it's. I guess I can get it from there. Wow. Let's switch this. There we go. I got meat in there. I don't want meat in there. My pickaxe is about 50% down. I don't really want to burn it out because I haven't. It's going to be expensive to fix because it requires star metal, and I am a little short of star metal right now. Playing out some different weapons. Alright, I gotta let my bodyguard do something. Yeah, I already got 3 baby deer. I don't need any more. Placed them on the hill. A little too docile. I don't see them as a threatening defensive force. Watch out for my antelope. My vicious guard antelope. Maybe if I found if a few grew up to be big males. I don't know whether they increased the number of these or not. It seems like there's a lot more babies running around than before, but I don't know. Let's see, what else? Did I hear about anything else that they were doing? Guy mentioned new emotes, recipes. They said that they tweaked several dungeons. They added some treasure, added traps, and more boss monsters in some of them. But like I said, I don't have a lot of experience in most of those dungeons, so I don't know if I would recognize if there's new stuff in them or not. Yeah, my little adventure yesterday, she seemed to take a lot more hit points than the bearer that I took up north. Of course, that bearer had twice as many hit points as she did. I know her armor's not top tier. This is just regular heavy armor that I made in my blacksmith. So it's high value, but it's nothing super special, you know. It might just be her natural defenses aren't fantastic. I don't know. But she definitely seems... I'm just saying I need to be a little cautious. I went to the big ship, and I came up from below because I found some different loot I could reach. We got close enough to the enemies, and then she just took off. And she's just engaging the whole dang camp. And she was on the verge of dying, and I just had to use a console command to change my ability to fly and just get the hell away from there. Otherwise, she was gonna definitely get killed. So I'm trying to avoid any big encampments. I haven't had any problems with the small ones, you know, as long as the number of enemies is kept moderately. We go north. You know me, I don't like running around at night, but it'll be daytime soon enough. I also found out through almost through accident. Um, there's an ingredient that I need. This zathite sacks, I think, or something. There's something like that. They're used in a recipe at our shrine to make silk or something. Some extract, I think is what they call it, but I think what it is just fancy silk. Um, I found out that it comes from spiders. I don't remember if I have to mine it out of them or use the ritual dagger. It might be the ritual dagger. And basically, all it is just a sack full of gossamer or webs that you get out of the spider's belly, I believe. So it's pretty gruesome. Oh, for. No soup for you. See? Cooked meals are now pretty universally found on bodies, which is kind of cool. I'd much rather deal with that than a lot of raw meat or stuff that you have to turn around and cook. It's nice to have the fact that they're making cooked food and furniture more readily available makes a lot of sense and makes I don't know. I guess it makes it a little more fun to be out on these little adventures.
There's a strange scent on the wind.
You're done for me now.
Soon my teeth will taste your throat.
They also changed something with combat, something to do with being able to maneuver around, but I haven't noticed it's any different than it was before. Seems about the same, but whatever. Maybe it's something that's more noticeable for keyboard controllers, I don't know. Or keyboard players. Dang it, they despawned the stupid body again. And she went and killed somebody. Where's that body?
Are yours?
Some eggs. Oh, yeah. So how are you doing? Food's good? Alright. Yeah, that other body just vanished. I turned my back on it for 2 seconds. Okay, literally probably 4 or 5 seconds. And it just poof. I mean, I went back to the body I killed because I knew it would despawn if I moved too far away. And I know she was fighting against 2 people, killed one of them, and then the other one came over, so it was like, eh. That was good timing. Yay, team! I tell you, it has made me want to do more camp raids, the improved loot. I like getting pillows. The different fancy lanterns. You know, the other stuff's fine. I'm getting way too many of these banners. I really don't think they need to have stacks of 2 or 3 of these things. Unless you really want to show your affiliation with one of them, it's like, I just end up leaving them behind because I'm just tired of... I guess they're okay to take because they can be dismantled. You can throw them in your dismantling thing and get the ingredients that it took to make them. But they do fill up your inventory. Like, I don't need all these low tier weapons and stuff. But I like having skins. I am getting a pretty good selection of those. Man, this is a treasure trove. That's all good stuff. This is the other thing. I keep getting all these war paints. I got way too many of those. And it's fine to have one, but you don't need that many of them. Between that and the candles, I'm never going to make a candle. Never going to make a candle. They are so prolific. They were prolific before. I mean, I was always finding candles in chests before. And yeah, there's no reason to ever learn how to manufacture candles because they are so prolific. You find them in so many chests. Oh, a good place to build a home. They also added some stuff in the, what do they call it, the battle pass content. Some graphic settings. What the hell was she attacking? Including a pyramid set that you could build different like pyramid style buildings, and a one that was designed basically to create ruins, to build buildings. It doesn't look like that because they don't look like big sandstone blocks. It looks more like almost more modern, but the severe damage, walls that have been blasted out, things that are on fire, just basically ramshackled and destroyed stuff. So that's pretty cool. I mean, if you have to pay to get it, I guess it kind of sucks, but it's out there. I gotta keep remembering. I keep acting like, oh yeah, this game's been out for 6 years. Well, technically, yeah, it has been. It's been in beta for 6 years. This game is still not officially released in its completed end form. I mean, it's still a beta. There's so many of these games out there that are doing that. It seems to be the new model for game design. Do your alpha to the limited group of people to get the big bugs out of the way, and then drop the beta out there and let the people play test the thing to death and tell you all the things they like and all the things they hate and all the things they want changed or tweaked. It's the new model for these big video games. I used to hate it. I used to hate that model because I didn't have a good enough computer to run these games anyway, and some of the games are so janky in their beta form that it's like, God, how can you play this? The graphics look like crap and blah blah blah. Things are always freezing up and the graphics don't interface well together. Clipping issues, I think is what they call that. But does this feel like a game that's still under development? I mean, it's gone through 6 years of alterations and changes in history, and technically speaking, it's still a beta. Or maybe it's the base game is released, but there's the different expansions are I don't know. My copy when I open it up still says it's a beta. So that's all I got to go on. That's not a real axe. That's a weapon axe. Yay! I love being able to repair this stuff without having to put it in my inventory. Oh, we need hyena pelts. Where am I going to find hyenas? Pardon the humor. Or attempted humor. I want to fix my hyena skin armor. Get down here. They didn't go for me. You go, girl. Swiffy Schwash. Striped hyenas. Is that enough? is. Get that fixed up. That fixed up as well. Like keeping my gear in good order. Alright. Well, let's go north. I have so many canteens. I've found a bunch of new canteens. Some of them, once I've consumed them, I'm going to throw them in my dismantler and get rid of them. At least some of them, not all of them. I wish I knew what the deep water one is. I don't know if it carries more water or if it's just heavier. It must be. It must hold more. I mean, it wouldn't be heavier if it didn't hold more. All right, let's see if my health goes down because I have my mask with me. If it does. See that health bar start going down. You let me know. Need a little food. I need to get a campsite and cook some things. These eggs don't last long. Must have just run out. Ooh, that's good for 4 hours. Keep looking at that health bar. Shout at me if you start seeing it drop. It is dropping. Okay. Can't prepare it, but I can put it on. Oh yeah, I changed the color of my mask. Still going north? No. I want to be skirting the edge of this thing. Oh, it blew over. Oop, I'm warming up. Do I have anything in my inventory that cools me down? Just got a lot of food. No drinks or potions or ice. I think some of the food must have heated me up. So now I'm way too hot. Must have been stuff I should have eaten up north. Should we go over and try to kill that white tiger? Maybe I'll have more luck now that I'm on level 60 and got awesome gear. Where is my... There it is. And I have a follower. Oh, those cats. They're fast attackers. I have yet to kill a white tiger. I would like to add it to my trophy collection. And you'll get to see, since this is a boss monster, you'll get to see what its inventory looks like, because over there, where I'm pointing, is where the chest used to be, and it's not there anymore. You used to be able to kill this thing, get a little skeleton key, go over there, and get the treasure. Kind of want him off of that rock. Dude! I don't have any healing on me. Don't get too close to that elephant. We don't need that thing on our butts as well. Well, I can use this time to get some potions up here. Hey, leveled up. Okay, so there, see what I'm saying? This was never available before. So I got weapon handles, 3 of them, 2 ebony silks, radium gem, which is fantastic, and a hardened steel short sword. On top of that, you can still, I still get a skeleton key for salvaging him. So they didn't take that away. That's weird. They took away the chest, but they didn't take away the key to that chest. Probably should have dodged that. Ivory. Exotic flesh and ivory. Okay. So it gave me a skeleton key, so now I got 2 of them in my inventory, I believe. So the next time I get down into an actual dungeon, I got a few spare skeleton keys. That is a dark tiger. Oh, it's a sub-boss tiger. Huh. Never seen one of those. I'm sure they existed. My experience fighting tigers is not extensive. I need a head of this guy. Yeah, got a tiger head. Yep, so no chest anymore. You know, they could have just turned them into regular loot chests. They didn't necessarily have to get rid of the chest itself. They just needed to change its designation from a legendary chest to just a standard, treasure chest. So that's cool. Now, at first when I heard that they were getting rid of those, I was like, oh, that kind of sucks. And, it kind of sucks that the treasure chest that's under our base is, now it's just a gold, silver one. I mean, that's fine too. That's not bad. But I kind of liked occasionally getting the, random tool or weapon or armor or something that they occasionally gave us. But that's fine. It's not something I'm going to complain about. So overall, I'm really happy with this patch. You'd have to ask the pros out there that deal with player versus player and all the other the ones that play a lot of purge warfare. What the changes are for them, but for me, I'm pretty happy about it. I guess I'm fairly new in the game, so I haven't had as many years of being disappointed by the old treasure chest system, so. Okay. Yep. I still don't know how to heal my thralls. I have no idea. I don't think there's any spells that heal other. All of these things, all I can do with these is heal myself, so I'm still just kind of, having to be forced to wait around while my thrall manages to climb out of death's doorstep to ready to go status. Cool to have a base in this kind of water because it's kind of like swimming pool water. It's deep enough that you can interact with it. It's not like ankle deep, but you can't swim. It's not quite deep enough to swim in it. Is this our tunnel? Yes, it is, I think. Yes. Easiest to access road to the north from our location. Other than going up and over, but that's not exactly what I would call easy to access. Not really sure what I'm looking for up here. I'm just kind of, I don't know. I'm just trying to get some adventures and level up my follower. So that's all I'm really trying to do. Have a little fun. Maybe find a follower, find a thrall I can bring back. Level up. Where's she up to anyway? 8. 2 more. She can get her first perk. How is she doing on food? I didn't look at that. Good. Gave her some of her favorite meals. Some of the ones on the bottom. Oh, let's see. All the time, see, I'm using a controller. I can't select the diet items with the controller. So annoying. I can do it with the mouse. So I don't know why they don't let you, scroll down to these things. Because I was getting annoyed because some of these items have identical graphics, but they're different food. Jesus, freaking! I gotta set up a campsite. I gotta cook some of this food. Otherwise, it's just gonna spoil and irritate me that it's spoiling. It's so wasteful. I don't like waste. Don't like waste. The body parts can rot. I don't care about the body parts. I'm not a cannibal. I'm not gonna eat them with this playthrough. This character. Let's see. Eat me some eggs. The rest of that's okay. Wood. Need not that wood. Oh, I haven't chopped down a single tree. Okay, switch to my X again. Easy enough solution. Did I lose my camp? Well, you're not standing next to the campfire anymore. Alright, where did I lose my campfire? There it is. Okay, get all that cooked up. Meanwhile, we will do some harvesting. Good job. More savory flesh for the fire. Oh, it's too much. Aloe soup. Does that heal me? Probably does. And I'm still finding recipes and expanded food content. And I don't know if any of that's been added or if it's just me finding stuff I didn't find before. I don't know. We could do all sorts of hunting, but you know what that means? That's just more food for us to have to cook. I don't really want to kill these things. No! What is your problem, big giant moose? No, it's not a moose, but I think it's funny calling him a moose. Good. Oh, I thought she was going to kill him on that swing. Good job. Exotic flesh for the big guy. Man, I don't want to lose my campfire again. Should put my bedroll down there too, because then bedrolls and beds are nice. Oh, speaking of beds, I accidentally tagged myself to the bed that's out by my campsite stuff, not in my house. I got way too much of those stupid fruit drinks. That's why I'm not trying not to harvest any of those stupid berries. Between what I'm growing in my garden and what I find out in the world. Oh my god, look at all of this. Okay. Let's where's me crafted hammer? I didn't even look at this weapon. It's just a short steel sword. There it is. Yep. This thing just cooks more. And I believe it cooks faster. I'm not positive on that. Well, this thing can have a thrall. Wrong kind of thrall. I wonder if I can place my thrall into this thing and make it do it even faster. I don't think so. I need a cook. I need a cook. Carry around a cook in my pocket. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Have the materials to make your bonfire, and carry well, the only problem is your thralls. I don't think you can put them. Yeah, I guess you can. These thralls, I can't do any. I can't. I don't know how to get them back into my inventory. I don't know if you can, but the ones that are on stuff, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get myself an extra cook, and then carry them around in my pocket. And anytime I need food cooked, I'll go ahead and place a bonfire, put the thrall out of my inventory and into the bonfire, and they can cook me some food. I'm sure other people have come up with that solution before, but I think it's creative. It's a portable follower in your pocket. Oh, this isn't thrilling. You know what? I'm gonna pause the game. I'm gonna go get something to drink and something else. I don't know. But this is gonna take quite a bit of time, so I might as well pause this. There's no reason to have us sit around watching this, watching fire burn. Be right back. Okay, I'm back now. So I built up a dismantler and a crusher, whatever they call those. I couldn't do a juicer, unfortunately. And I decided, since I had so much meat there, that it would be better off if I actually threw in a dryer as well. I didn't think about it. You know what I could have done is put in multiple stoves. Cooked all sorts of stuff that way. Oh well. I'm going to go ahead and remove that. So processed some materials while I was out here. I broke down some extra weapons and armor and furniture items that I knew I had way too many of back at home and I don't need any more, so I just crush them. So got me some silk, got me some fur, got me some, each one of them actually gave me more materials, but it's, that's fine. Yeah. Oh, I could have broke that down too. Oh well. That's fine, that's fine. Too many seeds. Food's been in here so long that it's starting to rot. Come on now. Chop chop. So it takes about what, 10 seconds? 10. About 15 seconds to do a single piece of meat, so do the math. We're in a spawn point for this big old deer. This is like the third or fourth one that spawned here. No, no, I don't want any more. Any bones? Get some more savory flesh. Throw some more on the fire. About the only stuff I'm not cooking are the human body parts. I'm gonna keep eating the food that's in my inventory though, because it keeps counting down. It's not good. Might as well just throw it all away. It's all gonna get spoiled if I don't get home and put it in ice. I'm not even eating any of the meat. I'm plenty full. Alright, where are you at? 9 more here. 15 here. This definitely cooks faster. What to do? This is video right now is right about an hour long. Yeah, I'm just gonna do north. See what I encounter. Freya, that's a big hill. That's a giant plateau up there. So I could probably go around it. Could go into this cave system with all these weird demon, zombie, vulture things. Got a lot of fighting. I don't know. I don't know if we can handle all of them though. Be some experience. Speaking of, where are you at now? Level 8 still. Waiting to get up there. Last one. Or second to last one. Oh good, the fire one's done too, so we'll be ready to go here. Finish that, tear that down, finish this, tear that down, and make haste. you, these daggers, I've been using them a lot, and they are barely taking any wear and tear. I'm liking that. I like the north, scenic. I like that the fauna is very different than in the south in the desert. I will say that there's not as... It's a lot of wide open space and not a lot of stuff. They have decent camps scattered around, as you can see the little antlers of the various ones I've pinged. So it's not that, it's that there aren't that many ruins to loot. There aren't that many... These are just points of interest. I mean, it's I don't know. It's such a high level up here, and this doesn't feel adequately adjusted to move up from where we were down here. It just seems like, I don't know, maybe it's not as it's just as dense as it is down here, but it just seems like there's a ruin over every high rise over here. You get over this little hill area and there's more ruins, and then there's more ruins, and it's just on and on and on. And up here it just seems like it's all nature. And yeah, there's structures, but there's nothing, there's no building, there's no, no dungeon. It seems, kind of lacking in that. I know there are some good ones up here. It's not that. It's not that there's nothing up here. It's just that it just seems like there's not as many lootable or more, dungeon type places to encounter. And maybe it's because the desert was the first one created, and a lot of the early expansions dealt with it, and they kept adding more and more content to that before they created the north and all this other stuff. I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with it, I guess. But I would spend more time up here if I felt like the investment of time was worth it. And so far I haven't really found that it's worth it. I just find myself constantly having to fight off wolves and giant aggressive deer, and don't really have a lot to show for it, So I thought about turning this into a base. It's a nice interior space. It's got the one door, easy to fortify. I mean, that's the only way in and out of here. I want to pin this on the map. Sometime I might make a temporary base someplace where I could make a temporary base of operations, so we don't have to constantly be going all the way back to our campsite in the desert, because this place is located on the border between that middle area of the north, the green area that's just to the south of this position, and the white cold area up north. It's not a bad place to have a temporary base. It's big enough that we can put in several workstations. I'd probably basically put foundations across the bottom, creating one big flat space rather than this multi-tiered space, because all this in here is wasted. And figure out what the good level is, and it stairs up, and boom, you have a second floor. So it's not bad. I like the fact that it's got this really defensible doorway to it too. I've been there before. This isn't the first time I've encountered that location. It's just, just thinking out loud. It would be a nice, decent base location. It's not big enough for it to be a major base. I don't think I'd do well there full time as a permanent resident. But see, the other thing is look at that. all of that tower is on top of it, and it's not even accessible. This is just basically one giant statue. It's not a building. Stupid shield. Northerners. There's a lot of them up here. It's 2, 5, 7. I could take them, but it's like, what am I going to do with all those stupid body parts? See, that's a decent, location up here. It's just so close to the snow line. It'd be a good retreat. It'd be a good place to set up a base to make operations up to the volcano too. Loot from the cold area, loot from the volcano area, and you'd only have to bring it back to here. That's not bad. Plenty of stone and wood out here to form, the basis of the raw materials needed to create the base. So I wouldn't I'd have to bring a bunch of stuff. I like that idea. I might have to work on this. I don't think it's going to be the most exciting thing to watch, because it's going to be, again, like I said before, it's a lot of going out and farming for resources, coming back and building a little bit, then going back out farming for resources, coming back and building a little bit. It's kind of tedious. Yeah, I could use console commands. I could just turn off all the prerequisites and just build the whole thing up, but I don't like doing that unless it's, I want to create a legitimate base, a realistic one that's, within my means to create it. That's not too bad. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to pull in here. What I should do is go for more advanced resources and try to build it up with something different. I would need a lot of reinforced iron to do either one of those. We are up north. Maybe we'll have to bring up some resources. I'll have to look at that. I'm not going to do black ice. That's too expensive. And I don't think the reinforced stone is cheap enough to do either, because that requires steel reinforcements. The iron ones are much easier to construct and quicker. Plus, this requires insulated wood. This requires hardened brick. This only requires brick. I'd rather do insulated wood, though. I think that's what I want to use. And I definitely have a lot of insulated wood on me. That's an idea. I think what I'll do is I'll put a campfire, this out here. And while it's cooking that, I can go inside and kind of get my bearings. Build up some stuff. Yeah, I'm not going to get a chance to juice some of these body parts, because they're going to rot away before I ever get a chance to do anything with them. That rotting meat just keeps increasing. First I gotta to see if I can build here. Yeah, we can. I'm going to use this as a test run. Don't know why I can't build in the next area. Okay, now I can. See, I don't think... I think I'm going to go for the full height. You know, I could probably build it this height. I mean, that's not too hard. I can just put, you know, workstations on top of these. And actually, I can use these sandstone ones as the initial base level anyway. I could build another set of stuff on top of them. That's a definite possibility. I like this. Okay. Let's get this started. I'm not gonna do any real elaborate building, just kind of do a foundation, kind of see what we have to work with in terms of space. Get some stairs and see what kind of upper levels we can do. These advanced tools, it doesn't take long to get up to 1,000, you know, 1,000 stones. Ooh. Looks like we got neighbors. You know what I think when I see that group of Nords over there behind this giant obelisk? I see a ready population of potential thralls that I could bring back here and train and put to work. Things are working out pretty smoothly. Probably have to chop down some wood too. It's got to be built up in stages. Again, it builds it. It just has to be built in the right order. Now this corner is going to be a little off, but that just means that's a good place to build the stairs. say if I could go up 3. That's about all for materials we got. So whether I go up 2, because I'm afraid if I only go up 2, it's going to be a little squishy over here. The ceiling's not going to be very high, but if I go up 3, it'll be completely clearable, everything down below. That's decent. That's real decent. Of stone again, so oh yeah, this is nice. We got good clearance. There's cracks up there. Not too bad. I think we replace this sandstone with something better, something that looks more northerly, insulatedly. There's a lot of potential here. At least those 4 corners, or at least 3 of the corners. Maybe this one's going to be a little hard because of all this extra stuff over here. But I could put storage. There's always room for storage. A couple of workstations here, one here, one up here, a couple more over here, and another one over here. This entire area down here, who knows what. I can put rooms down here, I can put walls. It doesn't have to be this large flat space. And then we have a second floor dedicated to whatever it is we need. Lots of potential. Might even do 2 stairways, one on both sides, but I don't know. I don't like doing that because it means more pillars and more walls and more, closing off the ground space, and I want to keep this as clear as possible. Works over here because of all this dirt and less usable workspace. This is the best wall to utilize for stairs. I don't like that, how much water comes in. When you're inside, this thing should be relatively dry. Yeah, there might be a few leaks, but it's not going to be... This is what it looks like outside. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? Actually, I don't want to put it in here because of the situation. If I'm going to be building in there, I don't want to have to be moving around my furnishings. So I'm going to get my bedroll. Not the little green one, but the big one. If I can find it. Bedroll. Save game location now is here. And in addition, we want to have our first useful construction building things, because we will need... Oh, I can't even build them. We need more fancy stuff. I'm gonna have to bring some resources up here. I mean, I knew I was gonna bring some. I just was kind of hoping I didn't have to bring everything up here. Dismantling bench. Drying rack. Grinder. Oh, I'm gonna have to put another temple in here. Spread our religion up north. This might be a good place to put our sorcery stuff that don't have any room for. All these, I don't know if I'm even gonna mess with it. I can get zombies if I build a shallow grave and bring some thralls and throw them in there. I definitely am going to need the lesser wheel of pain, which means wood, stone, iron, and twine. Most of that I probably can get most of that right on me. We are gonna definitely need a furnace, which means 500 stone. I'm gonna do that real quick. that will definitely be needed. So keep an eye on the magic number there. Get to 500. That's enough. It will not take long. Some wood. 300s. 400s. 500s. All this stuff's respawning. It'll all respawn. Okay. That was good. Oops. I don't need the upgraded versions for now. I just need a functioning furnace. Bam, bam, bam. That'll get us some more resources. That'll get us, whoops, that'll get us some brick. I mean, do we even need brick? How much brick do we? No, we don't even need brick. Not for that anyway. So unless I want to do reinforced stone, and I really don't, because this is just much more efficient resource-wise. Insulated wood I got plenty of, and iron reinforcements are easy to make with iron. So I guess I don't need the stone chopped up. Okay. Anything we want to grind? I think I just got all that done, so I really, oh yeah, I wanted to dismantle a few things. I wanted to dismantle that. I want to grind silver coins. Three elk king heads. Man, we're gonna have those all over the place. Tiger. Dire wolf. All that stuff's pretty good. But I don't think I need any of that. Okay. I'm gonna put some bark on the dryer so it's, whoops, so it's ready when we need it. Okay, with that, I'm going to go ahead and save and quit. I think I'm going to mess with this later tonight. I like this. This is, again, I think that this is an excellent location. It's relatively safe, in a relatively safe space. There's no like big populations or threatening animals or people nearby. We're not near any of the towns. We got deep water here, so I can do some fishing. That's a good place to put in fishing stuff. I definitely want to go ahead and go through these legitimately. There's some stuff up here we can do and get a lot of experience, and that's a very short distance. In our location where we're at, we're within range that we can just kind of hang out here in the middle area. We could travel farther over to the west. We can get over and do some of the stuff that's in the far edges of here. I really want to get up to Caromere again. Let's definitely have some adventures to do up there. I'm not in a real rush to get back to the Mounds of the Dead, because after the last experience there. But here's the other thing. I am on level 60, and I do have some decent followers. It would be nice to make some more pushes up into the snow range. Different kinds of enemies, higher level, even higher level of the volcano. I think I could survive there, but I need some practice. I need to make sure I have the right kind of gear and the right kind of cooldown things like ice in my inventory. Um, it's significantly far enough away that, it's decent. I like that. So here's a list of our followers, by the way. This is kind of cool if we wanted to manage them. You can untrack them, track them, see what their levels are, what they're doing. It's kind of cool. How many of them we are, how many of each type there are. Their levels, or their tiers. It's not their levels. Their level is over on the right. Most of them, as you can see, I got a lot of work to do to level these thralls up so they're not so absolutely pathetic. Should give ourselves a clan name and do all that, but I just don't see the point of it. Owned building pieces, owned placeable items. Interesting things that they log. Still not doing these. There's a lot of experience points in here, but I don't need experience points. There are probably some unlocked recipes and stuff, but yeah, still don't feel like doing them. Water and food. Everything's still maxed out. Got nothing to add to this. Actually, did we learn any new recipes? Is there any new things? I mean, we can't learn them because I only got 1 point, but I embraced several different religions, but I'm not going to develop any of them. I'm a firm believer that you follow whatever faith you want, but stick with the one you have. I think it's a mistake to let people, create every different shrine and be a member of all of them. I think that's I don't know. It just rubs me the wrong way. I think players should be, choose one and follow that path. And they can freely switch if they want to try something else, but before you can build a shrine or a temple of a different faith, you need to destroy the one that you're using. Or even make it so you can have them. You can have the different temples, but you can't utilize them. You can't run around being a priest of multiple religions. That doesn't work. It's the whole point of religion is it makes you pick your own superstitions and stick to them. You're not allowed to just be willy-nilly and believe in everything. That would make too much sense. And religions do not make sense. I like doing things weird. Yeah, this is some of the weapons that I have not learned how to make because I don't use them. Let's see. Give me a bite to eat and some water to drink. Eat the last 2 eggs because they're just gonna rot if I don't. Try to consume some of these things that go to rot so quick. Okay, I guess with that I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna go ahead and quit. And stop the recording, I guess. Thanks for watching.